This is Mr. Padilla, one of the counselors here at Liberty High School, and thank you for being part of the 2025-2026 Liberty High School course selection and registration presentation. Before I introduce our amazing team, I just want to go ahead and do some house cleaning items. First of all, as you know, this is a recording. So if you need to pause, please do so. If you need to rewind and rewatch something, go ahead. And one thing that I like to do sometimes, because I have a very busy schedule, if you're watching this on YouTube, at the very bottom of the right-hand side, there's a little setting or a gear icon. If you click on it, you can actually increase the speed. So it makes the video go a little bit faster. So just wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. And we hope you enjoy the presentation and you find the information useful. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and introduce the Liberty High School team. I'm going to have each of them introduce themselves. I will start off with myself. I'm Mr. Padilla. I'm one of the counselors at Liberty.
Hi there, I'm Miss Garcia.
Hi, everyone. I'm Miss Suazo.
Hi there, my name is Mrs. Hardy.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Gomez.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mr. Arias.
Hello, my name is Mr. Cortez.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. And we're going to go and get started with the agenda. Okay. So what are you going to be learning on this video? First of all, it's extremely important as a high school student. You're now entering high school. So we're going to be reviewing the graduation requirements to earn that high school diploma and then move on to your career. And then we're going to be looking at the A through G requirements. So also what we call Aspire in this district. So we'll be going over that. And that makes you eligible to apply to a university and hopefully you get accepted to one. Also, we're going to be going over how to select your courses. There's going to be a hard document that you will be filling out, and we'll be discussing that a little bit later. And it's very important that when you fill out this hard document, that you discuss it with your parents and get a signature also on that particular document. And making sure that when you select your classes, there's an additional step. We're going to need you not just to select your classes on a hard document on a piece of paper, but we're going to want you to, on March 15th at 8 o'clock in the morning, we're going to want you to input your courses online on a Liberty High School Google form. And once more, we'll explain that a little bit later. Okay, so that's our agenda for today.
So first, let's talk about what it takes to graduate from Liberty High School. As a Liberty High School student, you're going to need 4 years of English, 3 years of math with algebra required, 3 years of science, and that's going to be 1 year of a life science, 1 year of a physical science, and then your third year, you get to decide what you would want that year of science to be. You also need 1 year of world history, 1 year of U.S. history, 1 year of a foreign language, 1 year of fine art, 1 semester of government, and 1 semester of economics, which you will take as a senior student. You will also need to take 2 years of PE and an additional 55 credits of elective. If you're planning to attend a UC, CSU, or a four-year university after high school, there are additional requirements to keep in mind, such as at least 3 years of math with geometry included, 2 years of a foreign language, and recommended extra years in math, science, and foreign language.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So all of you should have received a Liberty High School 2526 course registration form. It is double-sided, and so you'll see the front and the back. Remember, take this form home, talk to your parents, your guardians, whoever the adult is at home, so that they can guide you in selecting the appropriate courses so that these courses are aligned with your future goals or your future plans. So let's talk about your English placement for your 9th grade year. So typically, as a freshman, students have the opportunity to take regular English 1 or advanced English 1. As you move up in grade level and as you move up to your sophomore, junior, and senior year, you'll have more opportunities in taking honors courses, AP, or advanced placement courses. And so we wanted to project all of your English options throughout your high school career. Next, we have math. So the typical math sequence here at Liberty High is Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, Trigonometry, and then a higher level math course. Now, if you are in 8th grade and you're currently taking Algebra 1, Integrated Math 1, or Compacted 8 Math, your placement in 9th grade will be geometry. However, if you're taking Math 8 in 8th grade, your placement in at Liberty High will be Algebra 1.
When it comes to science, our incoming ninth graders will be taking biology, which will go ahead and cover our life science requirement. For 10th grade, students will be having to take chemistry or chemistry honors. And then 11th grade, you can go ahead and take physics, AP Chem, or AP Bio. Remember, once again, you do need that 3-year science requirement with combination of life and physical science. When it comes to history, all of our incoming ninth graders will be taking World History or AP World. And also just the course of study for our history class will be World History, Ethnic Studies, US History as an 11th grader, and then take a semester of government and econ during your 12th grade. When it comes to PE, please note that all ninth graders must have regular PE on their schedule. Next option would be PE 10, team sports or athletic PE if you join a sport and you made JV or varsity. Please note for 11th and 12th grade students only, weight training, walking fitness, and athletic PE is available. Concert marching band and dance, unfortunately, do not count as PE credit, and weight training, once again, is only available for our 11th and 12th grade students. When it comes to language other than English, we have 2 options here at Liberty High School. We have Spanish 1 and ASL 1. Please note, high school requirement is 1 year of language other than English. If you're trying to go A through G, you must do 2 years with the recommended 3-year. So this would be the sequence. Also, please note if you're trying to be A through G, it must be the same language that you're taking for those 3 years. So you can't be switching from Spanish 1 year, and then do ASL the next year. So you must follow the sequence. When it comes to our fine arts, we do have a 1-year graduation requirement for fine art, and these are some of the options. We have Theater 1, Theater 2, and so on and so forth. Just note that beginning students will be in the beginning levels, so Dance 1, Theater 1, and then if they continue to have that interest and want to continue with those classes, during the next years, they will be taking the following sequences.
So at Liberty High School, we are a CTE pathway school. So all of our students are required to be in a CTE pathway for all 4 years. We have 5 different options for them to choose from. And all of our pathways are articulated with a local community college, which means that they have the opportunity to earn college credits for their courses in the pathways. There's certain criteria. So basically, if they get a B or higher in the course and pass the final, they have the opportunity to earn college credits, which is a really great benefit of the pathway participation at Liberty High School. So the pathways that we have are medical, public service, business, engineering with the focus on digital film, and engineering with a focus on systems programming, which is coding. When you're choosing your pathway, again, like Mr. Badia had mentioned earlier, there are 2 ways that you're choosing your courses. You're going to do it first with the hard copy paper, and then you're going to also submit a digital course request form on March 15th at 8 a.m. So your request for your pathway is going to be based on your submission on March 15th at 8 a.m. It is going to be where you are submitting your first, second, and third choice. It is not really a guarantee you're going to get your first choice. So it's really important that you are also submitting your second and third choice, and we will try our best to get you as close to your first choice as possible. If not, then we'll try to aim for your second and then your third choice. For your elective options, so when you're filling out your course selection sheet, you will have the option to choose some electives. So we have AP Human Geography, which does require an AP contract, which you can get from your counselor, or I believe some of the teachers will have that for you. Yearbook, Ethnic Studies, which actually that will come later. So you'll be able to do that. Some of these are for the upper grade levels, just to give you an idea. Some of the options you'll be able to take later on. And then AVID is something you can take next year, which does require an application. ASB, which also does require an application. So some of these have applications attached to them, which you will have the links available to you in the presentation. And it's very important that you submit the applications for those programs if you're interested. For the AVID program, so that one also requires an application. If you're interested in the AVID program, we will have an AVID representative that comes out with us when we meet with the students to do their course selection when the counselors come out to visit. So she'll be able to meet with you and answer any questions that you have. But the AVID program is essentially, it stands for Advancement via Individual Determination, and it's really there to help students prepare for that next level after high school. It helps them to prepare for high school even as well. It provides them the additional level of support in high school to be successful. So they have AVID tutors from the college that come and help them twice a week. It helps them to prepare with improving their note-taking skills and their organization skills, the time management skills, all of the skills that they need to be successful in high school and beyond, in college and just in general. So it's a great program that helps students to do better in high school. And also if they're planning to go to college, it is also very good for those students, and it helps them in their junior year and senior year, especially when they decide that they are preparing for those college applications. They get that additional level of support in their financial aid applications and their college applications, and they take them on field trips to go visit the colleges. It's a really great program. So if you're interested in that, you definitely need to submit an application.
ASB. Hello, everyone. Have you ever wondered what ASB is all about? It stands for Associated Student Body, and it's a group of students who represent and serve the entire student body. So let's break down what they do. They're responsible for many aspects of school life, including planning events, representing students, managing school club finances, and encouraging school spirit. ASB plays a vital role in shaping a school's culture. It helps create a positive and inclusive environment. You will work together through leadership and teamwork, and you gain valuable skills such as communication, problem solving, and event planning. And plus, being part of ASB looks good on college applications. So if you're interested, you can get started by completing the ASB application that's linked on our elective slide. Choir is more than just singing. It's a community of students who come together to make music, develop their vocal skills, and perform for audiences. High school choir engages in many activities, including performing for concerts, developing vocal skills, building teamwork, and representing the school at things like community events, assemblies, and special ceremonies. If you're interested in joining, we ask you to please sign up, and you will audition if you are wanting to be in the advanced soprano, alto, tenor, or bass choir, and intermediate treble choir, or you can just start with our beginning choir and give it a shot. And there are a variety of music styles that are covered, including choral music, R&B, Latin, jazz, pop, classical, and more.
All right. Hey, everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. To the families and students, hey, you just heard about what Liberty is offering. So the next part that we're going to be doing is extremely important. So as mentioned earlier, your student is going to meet with a Liberty High School counselor sometime in early March, and they're going to be filling out a hard document. Again, hopefully you can discuss the courses with your child so that when they see us, they have that hard document taken care of with the parent's signature. Once that is done, on March 15th at 8 o'clock in the morning, we're going to want you to go to our Liberty High School website. This is it right here. You're looking at it. So you're going to go to our Liberty High School website, and then you're going to see some icons, some links at the bottom, some boxes. There's going to be a box that states registration, transfers, and course selection. What I want you to do, and what I want your child to do, you should do this together if you can, click on that. Okay. And when you click on that, it's going to take you to this website. When you get to that particular website, you're going to see 4 additional icons. Now, I want to explain each icon. So if you look at the one icon that states school boundaries and transfers, most of our students in our feeder schools, which is Bell Mountain Middle School and Harvest Hill STEAM Academy, most of those students will be going to Liberty. But if you and your family are not sure whether or not your child is going to Liberty, that one icon that states school boundaries and transfers, that's what you want to click. You want to click on that. You'll put your address in there, and then it will populate what high school belongs to your family. And hopefully it's Liberty, okay, part of the herd, okay? So there's also on that particular link, transfer. So let's say you do click on that, and it turns out Liberty isn't your home school, but you really want your child to go to Liberty. On that particular link, there's a transfer request. Now, please understand, when you fill out the transfer request, counselors Liberty High School, they do not make the decision on whether or not your child comes to Liberty. That is a student services district guideline and process. They're the ones that make that determination, but you're more than welcome to apply for an intra-district transfer or an intra-district transfer. There's two different types, but too much to discuss in this video. My apologies, but if you were to click on that, it will give you the information. The next one over is online registration. Now, I need you to understand this. Online registration is not course selections. I'm going to repeat that. Online registration is not course selections. So when you and your child are selecting course selections, when you're picking classes, that has nothing to do with online registration. Online registration is a different process. That needs to be done starting on March 17th. So on March 17th, you and your child need to register to Liberty High School. You and your child need to register to the Paris Union High School District. Okay? You are new students. So when you click on that online registration, it's going to ask, are you a returning student or a new student? You are brand new students to our district. And again, registration is a completely separate process. Don't confuse it by doing one or the other. When you register, you're registering for our district and our school. When you're selecting courses as in what you would like your child to take. I hope that made sense, and please rewind if you need to, okay? All right, next, school information. That is basic. You click on that, you click on the Bison, and it's going to tell you about Liberty. Now we're going to move over to how do I put my classes into the system? How do I insert my requests into the systems, especially my pathways? As Ms. Garcia stated earlier, selecting your courses, number one, is not a guarantee. It's a request. Number two, our pathways are extremely popular. So you need to make sure that on March 15th at 8 o'clock in the morning for course requests that you get on that computer and you select your courses and your pathways. It will be time-stamped, and the sooner you get it done, the better chances you have, but we can never, ever guarantee that you will get your pathways. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and click on the next slide. So when you click on that particular icon, it's going to take you here. You click on the Bison. When you click on that, you're going to get to the actual course selection process. When you get to the course selection process, there's going to be tons of questions. And that's why that paper is going to be beneficial, and the discussion that you have with your child is beneficial because you're going to be selecting your classes and especially your pathways. If you notice on the left-hand side, it states complete the course request form. It opens on Saturday, March 15th at 8 o'clock in the morning. Please do not input at March 13th, March 12th, or March 15th at 4 o'clock in the morning. We are not accepting anything earlier besides March 15th at 8 o'clock in the morning. That is how you're going to input the digital portion of your courses. And again, rewind if you need to, okay? Let's move on.
Hi, we know that was a lot of information. Liberty is here to support you. So we just want to follow up and summarize what we were trying to do today, which was to make sure every student feels like they're ready to register their class, register to Liberty High School and select courses at Liberty High School. So reminders, you will have a paper form that you need to fill out and requires your parent's signature as well as yours. Make sure it's legible so we can read exactly what you did, okay? Secondly, we need to make sure that you pick two alternatives. Because you are freshmen, you do have some hard set classes that you have to take, but you do get options. So make sure you put backup options. As we work on picking your classes and putting them in the master schedule, we want to make sure we get all your opportunities there. And if we can't get it in your schedule, we want to make sure we have options that you would be comfortable with. Is your pathway one of the 7 classes? We are 7 classes here at Liberty. We are on a block schedule. So we want to make sure that you pick out your pathway as one of those 7 courses. Did your parents sign the document? The paper that you received during our presentation early March requires signatures. We want to have a partnership with your family and you and our school. So we'll make sure that you're having great discussions at home regarding your class selection. And the counselors will be there and we will visit. Your student will have the opportunity to sit one-on-one with one of our counselors to go over your class selection and ensure that there's no further questions. Also refer to this video if you want to get more details on any of those classes. And then finally, we want to make sure it's vital that you remember on March 15th, which is a Saturday morning, 8 a.m. We're going to have you log in. It is a highly sought after school, and we have lots of options. We want to make sure you take the time to not only do the paper form, but follow up with the Google form, and you will fill it out. We will make sure we're very careful to match your classes with both the form and the Google form. One response is all you need to do. We'll make sure we're very strong about making sure everything's accurate. Please contact your middle school counselor if you have any further questions. The deadline to select your classes is as soon as possible. Remember, we're going to be there. You're going to get to see ASB, talk about all the activities on campus. A description of the pathways will also be available on that same day, and we will be presenting to you as a class, students, so at the 2 middle schools. Then we will also be there the following day to sit one-on-one. So make sure you do your paperwork in a timely manner. We would want to make sure you had good conversations with your parents before we sit one-on-one with you. As for registration, as you have been, I think, shown and earlier in this video, it is a separate process. So please follow those links. Please follow the registration to register here at Paris Union School District for Liberty High School. Check that boundary. Make sure you enter all your papers in a timely manner. You need to remember that students, if you lose your requested forms, talk to your middle school counselors and they'll give you an extra piece of paper. We will do our best to honor all your selections. If you have questions, Liberty High School counselors will meet with our future 9th grade bison early March, as Mr. Padilla has mentioned. We also want you to really utilize this video to make sure you go back and see whatever information you might have missed. And we will do our best to honor all your selections, and welcome to the herd.
Welcome, everyone. We're very excited. See you in August.
Go Bison!